Joining us right now is the mayor of Baltimore, Brandon Scott. Mayor, how you doing?
I'm good, Uncle Roland. How are you?
I'm doing great. Talk about what you're doing here. Your development folks are here, talking to various folks here, selling your city as a destination for technology on the Eastern Seaboard.
Yeah, listen, Baltimore has a very vibrant tech community. When you think about the universities that we have there, with the startups that are starting there with us, really being focused on trying to grow those black startups and make sure that they stay in Baltimore, a black city. That's why we're here, but also here to talk about all the renaissance that is happening in Baltimore City in many different ways, whether it's Upsurge or Techstars. We have so much going on in the world of tech, and we want to remind people that Baltimore is a city that, yes, we're known for aids and meds. Yes, we're known for our great port. We also are a tech hub and want people to know that we're going to continue to invest in and grow that in our city.
There are some core things that businesses look at. They look at crime, they look at education, they look at access. And so you've really been emphasizing the dramatic drop in crime and really the resurgence of Baltimore.
Yeah, when you're talking, as you and I are talking today, Roland, Baltimore has the fewest amount of homicides on this day in any year on record. And that's still too much for me. I want us to continue to drive that down. We're talking about a 40% reduction over the last 4 years, a 31% reduction from last year, which is a historic low. We're gonna do that. But we're also making the investments into our education system. No city in the country has built or renovated more new schools over this past few years than Baltimore, right? 12 in my time in office, soon to be 13 and 14 in the months to come. That's what we're talking about, those historic amounts of investments that we're making into our communities, in particular black communities that were disinvested in on purpose. There has been no better time for people to get in on the black renaissance in Baltimore.
All right, and the point here is that if you invest in people, then you're going to see what happens. John Hope Bryan always says, you don't see riots in neighborhoods with a credit score of 700 or higher. So when you invest in housing, when you invest in education, when you invest in resources, then you're going to see that decline in crime.
Listen, yes, we know that when you look at any city, when you see where there's crime, you see disinvestment. And we have to be very importantly raise this. It was intentional disinvestment. Folks didn't just wake up and say they don't want stuff in their neighborhood. Their neighborhoods were redlined. My city is the birthplace of housing redlining, and that's why we're going through legislative and policy efforts to undo that as well, while investing hundreds of millions of dollars into housing projects that will stall. And we even have a $3 billion 15-year plan to eliminate vacant housing in Baltimore City, all while continuing to implement my comprehensive violence prevention plan to drive violence down in Baltimore.
It's got to be driving your haters real bad, because they were talking trash, trying to term limit, all this sort of stuff. They were predicting you were going to get blown out. You got some right-wing media folks always attacking you. And so clearly you must sit here saying, God said, I will prepare a table in the presence of my enemies.
Well, listen, there's nothing that I like better than pressure. And one thing a hater is going to do that is hate. But when you are working for the people, when you're working for the folks that have not, when you're working for the folks that have been ignored and put down upon and everything else, those who have historically had the power, those who sat in rooms rolling and deciding who the mayor of Baltimore was and put their thumb on what that person can and can't do, they're not just going to give that up. So for them to be attacking me every day, it's not about me. It's about attacking someone who does not owe them anything, someone who will not just say yes to them because of who they are, and someone who's always going to do what's right by the people. And that's what people fear. They fear people who do not fear them and will not carry out their will and will represent the masses of people in my city. So I wear it as a badge of honor.
And how does it feel to have a mayor from Baltimore, have a governor who's from Baltimore, who cares for the city, who's a Democrat, as opposed to having a Republican governor who was always attacking Baltimore?
It's like night and day. It took about 8 months for the former governor to actually meet with me. I talk to my governor every day on the phone, at least, right? I don't have to worry about whether he's going to be a partner in the work or he's going to be attacking the city. He's going to be a partner at that table every day of how we can make Baltimore the most successful we can be. Because as he would say if he were talking to you, in order for it to be Maryland's decade, it has to be Baltimore's time.
All right then. Well, Mayor, it's always good to see you. Keep doing your handling your business. And I hate the fact I was not in town when my Texans played the Ravens.
It's okay. You listen, that only happen once in a blue moon. Just remind Texans don't get out of hand. But Lamar is back. So holler at us in January when the weather breaks.
We'll do that. We'll do that. Mayor Brandon Scott, I appreciate it, my brother.
Anytime.
Thanks so much.